Spotlight is one of my favorite films and also one of the first scripts that I read from cover to cover. And the favorite thing that I learned from it was this way of introducing characters through contrast. This was done for the characters of Eric Macleish and Mitch Garabedian. To give you a small refresher, Spotlight is about how a group of journalists uncovered decades of sexual abuse by priests in Boston. And Mitch Garabedian, played by Stanley Tucci, and Eric Macleish, played by Billy Crudup, were both lawyers who represented abuse victims of two different priests. And they were different kind of characters. And these differences are used to introduce them by setting up a contrast. In fact, Macleish is introduced first, setting up the introduction for Garabedian.
Seems a bit reckless.
Have you met Mitch Garabedian?
And this introduction starts before these actors are even on screen. It starts with their contrasting office spaces.
Hello?
And then we meet Eric Macleish, who is charming.
Play golf, do you?
No.
Good. Your colleague here took some money off me at a charity event last year.
Wasn't very lucky.
Even if you argue your
Objective.
way around that, the charitable immunity statute caps damages at 20 grand.
20 grand for molesting a child?
That is the way the system is set up. Yes, the church is.
And precise.
What, you think he's bluffing, or?
I think he's grandstanding to cut a better deal.
Seems a bit reckless.
Have you met Mitch Garabedian?
Macleish's introduction scene ends as a setup to Garabedian's introduction. And then we meet Garabedian, who is reluctant,
Globe, I had an appointment with you about an hour ago.
I can't talk to you, I'm very busy. Sharon!
absent-minded.
I'm following up on an article.
The one in the Phoenix?
No, on the Globe.
Did you see the one in the Phoenix?
No, I didn't.
I thought it was very good. I have a copy of something.
I'm actually
Detail-oriented,
that Eileen McNamara wrote about your suit.
Suits. There are 84 of them. It's not a class action. You should get your facts straight.
No, you're right, I should.
but paranoid.
They're watching me very closely.
The church?
Yeah, the church. Yeah. They'd like to get me disbarred. In fact, put that away.
We can see how, due to this contrast, Macleish appears to be a more reliable and balanced character.
So how can I help you guys?
I had an appointment with you about an hour ago.
I can't talk to you, I'm very busy. Sharon!
Perhaps even more likable. It might not be relevant immediately why these characters are introduced in this way, but it becomes clear later because Macleish turns out to be kind of the bad guy in the middle of the film.
Story about a bunch of lawyers turning child abuse into a cottage industry. Now, which story do you want us to write?
And even though he appears to be reliable in the beginning of the film, Garabedian turns out to be the one more dedicated towards his clients and victims. We also get a hint that the reason why Garabedian is unfriendly and paranoid is probably because of the toll this case took on him.
Are you telling me that the Catholic Church removed legal documents from that courthouse?
Look, I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. I'm experienced. Check the docket. You'll see. They control everything.
And so, introducing characters through a contrast not only makes it easier to make one character more favorable or likable compared to the other, but in Spotlight it is also used to make another point.
Both kids were abused. Jamaica Plain 2 weeks ago. Keep doing your work, Mr. Resendez.
That first impressions can sometimes be misleading.